Hey everybody out there in the internet land, Jade here. Thank you for stopping by and looking at this video. This is kind of a different thing. Well, it's just one of my art videos, but this one also has some social commentary on it. I'd like to start out by saying in no way am I some kind of social justice warrior that is trying to tell you guys what to think. At all. I don't care what you think. I decided to draw this picture of, for lack of a better word, Fat Wonder Woman because somebody I met on Tumblr suggested I draw a picture of them, and they are on the larger side, and I'm like, yeah, you got it, no problem. And I was talking to them, and I'm like, well, are you a Wonder Woman or a Batgirl? And they're like, oh, I'm totally a Wonder Woman. I've wanted to be a Wonder Woman ever since I was younger. So, this is what I kind of came up with. And then I started thinking about this as I was talking to some other people about it and trying to nail down an actual model. They're like, oh no, you can't. Don't draw me. I'm a big fatty, and I don't want my picture drawn. And the more and more I started thinking about this, I started looking around at all my friends who are the ladies who I could probably get to model for me, and I don't have any really. Well, not very many really skinny friends. In fact, I don't know very many people who are what you would call Hollywood standard height weight proportional. I mean, there's a couple. Right? I have a friend who does roller derby, and she's in really good shape. And I know a couple people at work who are on the slimmer side. But most of us don't. I certainly don't, but most of us don't fit into these, ideal body shapes. Although you hear, friends I work with or, colleagues. I work in an industrial factory, and they talk this kind of smack all the time. Oh, would you, what do you think about her? Oh, that big fat hog, I wouldn't touch her. She's way too fat. And, it's just, kind of like the attitude that it's acceptable to fat shame people. It's like the last bastion of acceptable prejudice is against people who aren't skinny, which is kind of funny because there's so many people who aren't skinny. Or on the other, the other point is they're just really skinny. You're a stick figure. And you don't fit into the perfect body archetype that, I don't know if it's society, but Hollywood or whatever wants you to have. And it gets kind of old, So instead of looking at somebody for who they are, you're looking at them, at least behind their back, and what they look like. So it occurred to me that that's one thing that you don't hear. People restrain themselves as much. You very rarely hear, oh, I wouldn't touch that black woman, or, Asian girls are disgusting. But people have no problem saying that about someone who isn't the perfect 10. And I'm sure if you ever heard someone talking about you like that, it would be crushing. So that's why I decided to draw this. I think she turned out wonderful. The thing is kind of fun. I mean, Wonder Woman, the movie's coming out, which is going to be awesome. And I can't wait to go see that. I just went and saw Suicide Squad. In fact, that kind of inspired me for this Wonder Woman costume right here. Because in Suicide Squad, the actress playing Harley Quinn has super tiny shorts on, and that's why I gave this picture of Wonder Woman the super, riding up high 1970s style, almost like one-piece bathing suit Wonder Woman outfit. I guess just to make a point. Like my internet friend was saying, they always wanted to be Wonder Woman, but they're not even when they're little, but they're not a skinny mini. And I don't see what would be wrong with it. If that's your thing. If you wanted to be Wonder Woman. And I'm no saint. Of course I've made fun of people for how they looked, what their body type was. It's embarrassing now that I think about it, how shameful that is. It's not something you have a lot of control over. Genetics are genetics. So, if you end up watching this video, I would hope that everybody who does would think about this kind of behavior. About shaming somebody for their size, or pretty much anything else. It's just kind of a shitty thing to do. That's it. I'm not trying to get preachy or anything. I guess we'll spend the rest of the time talking about the technique I use for this. So one thing I like about this a lot is I changed up the camera angle, so that was kind of interesting. And I'm using alcohol-based markers again on this sketch. I'm excited to see the new Wonder Woman movie that's going to be coming out. That's going to be pretty sweet. Even more so the Justice League movie, because I think the way they depicted Aquaman, he looks pretty badass with the tattoos, like the glowy eyes. DC's really coming out with some hit movies, that's for sure. Oh, my light yellows. I need to try to find a different kind of paper. I think this is on Bristol board, Strathmore Bristol board, which is it's okay, but it kind of soaks up the ink a little bit. I want to try something where the ink just sits right on top of the paper. I've had a little sketchbook by Copic that is filmed in the intro on these videos, and that was pretty nice. The ink just doesn't saturate at all. Those are all out of unavailable right now. They come from Japan. I guess there's a shortage of them, so when those are available again, I would definitely like to get some of that paper that's a little larger. These are my twin touch markers. I really like those. I know I said it before, but that was a gift from Jill for my birthday. Thank you, Jill. Hopefully next year I'll get set B, so I'll have them all. Buying art supplies. I just saw this meme that was, you want to keep your kids off drugs, get them involved in art, because they'll never have any money to buy drugs, and that is so true. This stuff is so expensive when you start using these higher end markers, like the Cadillac of the art marker world. The Copics, they are so freaking spendy. It's like $300 to $400 for a set, like a large set, 72 pen set, and there's, I don't know, like 4 or 5 of these large sets. And then you can get these Copic wides, which is another like $200 for a set of 12 of those, or just gets crazy ridiculous. I have no money to go and do drugs because I am buying all these art supplies. It worked out for me as a kid, at least. I'm drawn in with my my Uniball gel pens. I think they're called Impact is the style of this pen. And I always like to outline my my characters in white because I think it kind of pulls them off the surface of the page. Makes them, for lack of a better word, makes them pop out a little bit. And I think these Impacts are the Uniballs are the superior gel pen. I've tried a couple different kinds of white gel pens, and that's the one that's working the best for me. It's a Micron brush pen. I did a lot of the black outlines on her with a Pentel pocket brush pen, which I like because you get like a variation line. So I'll probably try to get better at that. Not the best. Anyways, thanks for listening to my ranty social commentary. I appreciate it. Try to be nice to each other. I guess that's the whole message of this piece of artwork. Just don't be a douche. Don't pick on people for being a different color or a different size. Show some grace. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, please. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.